a playbook. And if you want to win the game, you better run the goddamn play.
There's an image right here that you made. Jesus Christ in the minds of blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians was built off of smooth words, man. Built off of I love yous, man. Built off of everybody is made the same. That's right. Man. But guess what this image did to black people? This image destroyed the black neighborhood.
So the lie that God is a white man is a lie from the lips of Satan.
Who led blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians into captivity? Who led them into captivity? White people did, man. White people all over the earth, man. They led us into captivity, man.
Hey, no, shame. The blacks, Hispanics, and of course, you understand?
To me,
So the Christian pastor is what?
that thou shalt be no priest to me.
Your Muslim mosque is what?
No priest to me.
Buddha is what?
No priest to me.
Why don't we?
Hispanics and Native Indians, that this is not marriage. This is not marriage. You understand? You understand? You better back up. You better back up.
Because God is going to destroy America. For all this cruel and foul treatment that you've done to his people, you have no remorse. Babylon will fall. America will fall. The American country will fall. This will be the place of thermonuclear warfare. That's right. So get ready.
You gonna have to get some more to fuck with us. That's why it's vital to call a brother. Don't try to war this shit by yourself. You don't do this by yourself. You wrestling some shit, pick up the goddamn phone.
Greater love hath no man than this,
that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Got my nigga Ramon with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under command in General YAHANNA. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin' my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That
The Lord put the Holy Spirit in us, and it put such a charge and a fire and a battery in our back that we love this shit.
Don't cry about it now. You fucked up and joined the cult. Don't cry about it now. You fucked up and joined the cult.
This is why you here. This is why you called here. I've been saying this for a long time. Like, you called here for this time. We going into hell. Trust me when I tell you. We're going into hell on this earth and in America as well. Regardless of which president gets in the White House, hell is coming to this place. And that's why you was called. You was called because it's obvious that the people out there don't know how to fix their problem. They don't know how to get the drugs shut down. They don't know how to save their young sons. They don't know how to get them out of the penitentiary to the tune of 2 million. They don't know how to re-educate them. They having summits and meetings and, like you said, protests and this and that and that and this and that. And ain't nobody went back to the scriptures and said, hold on, maybe we made this. Maybe our preachers. Maybe we turned the course in the wrong direction. Get us on the right course. If you did find the proper tool, you'd find the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
That's what you would discover.
Peter picked a fight with Jesus on a boat full of honeys and some wavy niggas. Luke told him he was tripping. He didn't want to listen. Peter didn't pay attention on a different rhythm. He said, good Lord, if it's really you, let me do it too. Jesus said, nigga, I'm the truth. The way and the light, we can walk on water, but don't take me out your sight. And Peter thought he heard him right. Didn't even grab his coat, he just jumped up off the boat. When he landed on his boots, Peter finally had his proof. Keep your eyes on the prize, all Peter had to do. Told Peter he didn't want no part of it. Now he's on the water and the winds got him wobbling. All the fears in his mind arrived at the perfect time, and the thunder from the storm threw Peter off the swarm. He was afraid, beginning to sink, drowning in nightmares and fear of his dreams. And he cried for the Lord to save his soul from the sea, and Jesus caught him right before he hit the bottom. Threw Peter on the ship, asking why he ever doubted. Have a little faith in your friend. I told you I had you, dog, but you never locked in. I'm the one you depend on in the deep end, but to your defense, that was pretty lit. Next time you on the wave, listen to the spirit and respect the water.
Don't cry about it now. You fucked up and joined the car. That scaredy cat that killed Sonya Massey thought that he was doing God's service. It's right there in the Bible. Right. It's right here in the Bible. John 16:2. These oppressors, when they hang us, they lynch us, they shoot us unjustly. They think that God is happy with them and their destructive spirit and their murderous spirit and their vile, wicked spirit. They think God is okay with it. But let me tell you something, Mr. Oppressor, Mr. White Man, Mr. Devil on the earth. God is not pleased with your actions. God is not pleased with slavery. God is not pleased with the murder, the lynching, the robbery of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You got to pay. Don't cry about it now. You fucked up and joined the car.
Best place a woman could be is make sure she got it the way at home. Okay. What if those men got bought? I don't want you to wear that. I don't want no sister in the way of the father.
She was just wondering, like, how, like, women, like, where are women, like, what are your beliefs with women?
Women, you go by what the Bible says. Okay, there are things that women are some of the most precious things on the face of the earth, right?
That's right.
And today we don't know that. And a lot of times we put a lot of women in harm's way. What's the Antifa not fucking around? Y'all heard of them, right? Guess what? The women was marching with them. And guess what happened? One of the weapons went off. One of the members shot themselves. I wouldn't want a sister like that, right? I want a sister at home being cared for, doing what the Bible says, being in order, right? There's a way to do things. Unfortunately, we all out of order. If I put my sister out on the front line,
So I just have a question too, because I'm intrigued. So how do you feel about her? Oh, she's a quarter black. Is she black or no?
What's her father?
Her father's white, but she's my mom. So I'm just wondering, like,
we gotta go by what the Bible says. We're Israelite people, and we go by the Bible says. And according to what the Bible says, we are the seed of our father. The seed of your father, just like an apple, right? If an apple seed fall from the tree, what would it be? Apple, right? So if your daughter fall from the Edomite, if our father's white, love that, see the seed of our father, would it also look good? Right? Esau, according to the Bible, right?
I would agree with that. But
I can see why you believe that, and I respect that, but I disagree because I would be very offended if someone came up to me and said that I wasn't.
The Bible is meant to be offensive. All right, well, there's a way we should live, and that's it. You know, there's no gray area in the Bible. That's what
it ain't gonna end well. You know what I mean?
No, she's really wanting to.
I'm not trying.
No. Okay, well, he just tell you what it is according to the Bible. No,
okay,
we're not.
No, I think she's worried about herself. Like, what does that mean then?
We're not. Okay, we read the Bible, right?
Yeah.
So in the Bible, it speaks about the blacks, Hispanics, and Indians.
Right.
Right. That's God's chosen people.
Okay.
Right. And that's what we're here to teach.
Yeah, absolutely.
It won't sound good knowing that, you know what I mean, you might not be able to see. And that's why I say when, you know what I mean, this is not the environment right now for it. If you want, you could grab a fly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I guess I just meant because I'm African American. What's that mean for my God? Like, what?
Okay. You
I have too many questions.
Okay, you will be able to come to our classes, for example. But the daughter will not be able to. This is a blood loan. And that's us. It's heavy, but that's fine.
But you, yeah.
That's the Bible.
I like that. Let's go up on.
Do I?
Right,
so is it offensive if I ask what about that guy?
His dad might be black.
No. And that's what I'm saying. You all doing my color. We're going to my bloodline. Bloodline.
The future belongs to Israel. That's right.
And 18. What's up? It was muted. Oh, no problem. Ain't no sweat. If we muted, we good. The water for who called? I was out the water officer Zion for letting us know. We good in the we good? Okay. Ain't no sweat. We the Israelite School of U.P.K. started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General YAHANNA. What we bringing out is what the video we saw when we came in. Okay, when we came in, right, we saw the woman that was in the orange shirt, and we saw her mother. Her mother was asking about, what are we? Who are we? Why were we out there teaching up there in Raleigh? So when we watched it, or when you watched it, the one in the orange, her father is a white man or Esau. The mother, her father's a black man. And the spirit that the mother had, was she was intrigued. She wanted to know. She wanted to know what we was about while we out there talking. She was more open and, what's going on. I want to know what y'all talking about. The one in the orange shirt, you could tell her spirit was a little off. So when Officer Zion and Cap was talking to her and finding out more and more, we learned that the one in the orange, her father is a white man or Esau, which, we just kept it hot that you can't, any other nation can't come up in here, can't come to class and learn the words of this Bible. So we're going to get into that a little bit. We're going to get in a little Jacob and Esau. We're going to get into a little bit of lineage and seed and see exactly what this Bible's talking about. Who can be in here? Who can't be in here? Who's the children of the Lord? Who ain't the children of the Lord? We're going to start with Numbers. This is one of the scriptures we pull to show that you are of your father. You are of your father. What you come from, when your father gets with a woman, the seed that's in that man, when it gets put into a woman and brings forth a baby, a child, that child is the same seed or nation of that father. And we're going to break it down. All right.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
So when you read about this in Numbers, and it's all over the Bible, the pedigrees, and it's talking about, why does it say of their fathers? Because you come from your father. Everyone born on this earth comes from a man. Everyone born on this earth is from a seed of a man. Now, be it you Chinese and you come from a Chinese man, whether you come from a white man or an Arab man, be it you come from an African man, or you come from a black or Hispanic or Native Indian man, it don't matter. Whatever you come from, that's what you are. Okay? A Chinese man can't wake up one day and say, you know what, I think I'm going to be a white man today. A white man can't wake up and say, you know what, I'm a Negro today. I'm black. Now, you might, in today's time, you might have all these different he, she pronouns, but the reality is a white man or a Chinese man can't just wake up and say that they're another nation of people just because they said it. That's why you got Chinese men trying to be in hip hop, thinking because they live a lifestyle that is of another nation, that they somehow are that nation. That ain't how it works. Black men are so tossed to and fro, up and down in every religion, in every culture, in every nation. That don't mean just because you put on a Buddhist monk outfit that you are Chinese now. That don't mean because you put on a kufi and a Muslim garb and all that now you somehow an Arab now. An Arab man can't go and put on the garments of Israel, or a Chinese man can't go put on the war belts and the garments of Israel and now he an Israelite. That don't make no sense. Black man, you can't put on a suit and tie and think you a white man now. It don't make sense. Come on, Awabah.
So like if I make it so heavy, because now if you look at what's going on in the world with this presidential race and Kamala Harris, she is now trying to put on a different spirit or a different nationality. When she's talking to the so-called Israelite brothers, she wants to act as so she's an Israelite, she's a Mexican, she's a
she's changing her.
Exactly. Kamala.
She's changing her. She's working with the demographic she in front of.
Right.
I see what you're saying. Hey, could I get a water? You got an extra one over there? I'm sorry. Bear with me. I appreciate you. I will buy the water. But no, I was about saying is correct. I saw a few of those clips where Kamala would act like, whatever person she's in front of. The water, Officer Zion, sir. I see the one in there. Shalom, sis. Shalom, sis Shantae. Y'all smart thought about Shem Shah. Okay. Oh, what's going on, Officer Kowal? Okay, good to see you up in here. We had a long day today, Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see y'all brothers, man. In person and online. Okay. So when you look at, like our Bob was saying, when you watch Kamala and how she changes her dialect and how she talk based on the audience she's in front of, when we know that she is, in fact, a white woman. You know what I'm saying? And she got Indian in the family. However, you are what your father is. So no matter, oh, it's too outside. So no matter what you do, could I get another cup though? Okay. The water. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we good all about. We in this thing, man. Did you want to say anything else on that? Okay. So yeah, I was about to say yeah, Kowal. I'm reading / looking / trying to do the joint. No, you good. So yeah, Kamala, man, she gonna try to go and talk a certain way in front of the audience she's in front of. And doing that is to appeal to them or like make them feel comfortable by the way she talking to them. You come up in front of us, we're gonna talk how we talk. We have to. Some of the most honorable, honest, and truthful men I've met in my life are in the Israelite school of U.P.K. And some of the most hilarious brothers in here too. Have you dying laughing? But the point, like our Bob bringing out, and what I'm saying, what we're getting into, is this Kamala or anybody acting or claiming or pretending to be something they not, try them out. We try people in here all the time. If we think how much you want to bet I got tried on if I'm Israel. The scriptures say a speckled bird. Can we get that? Can we get a speckled bird? Israel come in all different shades, but it's the bloodline. It's the blood of that man, the seed of that man or woman that makes you Israel. Not how you talk or how you walk or how you act. That's another thing that get on with Israel. Most black people in this place don't have great education or don't have, intelligence on the level at which the world think they should have it. Some of the most genius people I ever met came from prisons, came from jail, came from the hood and all that. Some of the smartest brothers, some of the wisest and honorable brothers, and the most beautiful and delicate sisters. Y'all got to understand these tribes and the characteristics of these tribes. Bloodline wise, when you go and you look and you try the spirit of it, we have people try to hear all the time. Like I said, they come in here and they claim to be Israel. No problem. They might look like Israel, but then we start teaching about Hamites, the Africans, drilling and getting going. And next thing you know, they out of here. We start drilling. We think somebody's a devil or a white man. He come in. We don't know. We try their spirit. They come in a couple classes. We try them going off on the devil in the Bible. This, and that. And the white man is they gonna pay in captivity, going into captivity. You start seeing how they really all come out, and then they don't show up no more. But for those who may look like another nation, I seen a sister online just scrolling. She looked like she a Moabite or Chinese. Turns out she's one of us. Her father is a Puerto Rican brother. Her mother is Moab. So you got that for me? Our Bob?
Khan.
What we got?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12 and verse 9.
Jeremiah 12 and 9. Oh, and if anybody got any questions, hit me with them on the chat. I got our Bob on the case. I'm watching right here on the screen. So if you got any questions, please hit me with them. If I cannot answer them tonight, I will definitely make sure I get them next week, or one of the brothers might catch it and answer it too. So throw your questions in online. We're going to rock it out. Please.
Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. A speckled bird is many colors, which is what Israel is. Men, women, and children. Just because you look like a white man doesn't always mean you are a white man. Okay? We always bring up in the UPK, Bob Marley's a white man. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Bob Marley is a white man. That's what it is.
Right.
Okay? Blake Griffin is a black man.
Right.
But he got like red hair and light skin as all can be.
Right.
Okay? Different celebrity. What's the one on The Voice? The old brother on The Voice. Looked like a light-skinned dude, but he really a brother too. He real old. He a singer on The Voice. He looked like a white man, but he's really a black man. I believe he's from the UK or Europe or something like that. Anybody else could think of anybody that looks white, but they really black. Like Mariah Carey's light skin is all hell, but she's black too. Okay. We go into some Africans. The actress Lupita Nyong'o, that's a Hamite. She ain't us. Okay. Barack Obama is a Hamite. That ain't no black man. Sorry, I'm not sorry. That ain't no brother. Ain't no black man or Negro have ever been in the White House before. That's just what it is. They went and got a Hamite and propped him up like he was something special and didn't do nothing for you. Ushered in a generation of homosexuals. That's what he did, which is what Hamites do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with that scripture, with a speckled bird, you got to understand what it means. And the only place you're going to get these breakdowns, man, is the UPK. The only place you're going to get the understanding is right here. So I'm glad y'all rolling with us and joining with us. Glad y'all rocking it out. You know what I'm saying? Getting it in. All right.
And Salaki, if I may, sir.
Come on with it.
So there's a brother in the NBA, and his name is Isaiah Hartenstein.
Okay.
And he looks like a devil. And there was a controversy that came on the court because he, I guess he was going back and forth with another brother, and he called the brother N-word.
So the one you talking about?
Khan, the one I'm talking about, called the brother N-word.
Okay.
And, you know, all the other brothers was like, oh, wait a minute, you can't say that. And he said, why I can't say it? My dad is black. And they could not believe that his dad was black until they pulled it up. And he actually went back and did some research and showed them that this
him
is
right here.
Khan.
This is a black dude.
This is a black dude.
For real. You sure?
His father is black.
You don't want to come back next week and they be like, nah, that's a white man.
His father is black.
Him right here.
Khan.
See what I'm saying? This dude, this is a brother right here. This is a brother. I'm rolling with our bod now. You see, even I'm in here and I'm like, right. And I'm still like, you sure?
Khan.
You sure?
Khan. Let me see if I can pull a picture up of his father.
Okay.
There's his father right there.
That's Pops right there.
That's Pops.
Okay, we'll roll with that. I hope Pops is a brother. You know what I'm saying? I hope Pops is a brother.
Khan. So that just shows that what you're saying is 100% true.
Yeah, with the Lord, this Bible is true. I had to roll with it at one point too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had my cases and arguments. I was about. You know what I'm saying? Right. They say, you should, who your father? He right here. That's him right there. It's my pops right here. They're like, okay, you too wild. You in the game. Okay. But that's interesting right there. He can come in here. Him and his pops, as long as he good to go. You know what I'm saying? You a black man, come on up in here, man. You a Hispanic, come on up in here. All you tribes going down through under Mexico and Panama and all that down there, come on up in here. You Dominicans and you Chileans, Argentinians, you know what I'm saying? Brazilians, come on up in here. We need all y'all. Okay? You Puerto Ricans and you Negroes and you Gadites, man. Bad Gadites. Them Native Americans, Seminole tribes, all them tribes. Come on up in here, let's rock it out. Okay? Any more on that? Take it, you good? All right. We're going to get into a little bit when the brother finish. You got it? The rest of it?
I got you.
Okay, come on.
It says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the
Oh no, I
second
mean,
month.
you got anything else on the speckled bird?
Oh, Comic-Con.
Yeah, if you got anything on speckled bird. Again, come on with it. If you got any questions, man, this Bible too big not to have no questions. That used to be the big thing when I came in this thing. You know, gotta come up something. Flip to a page. Okay, we're gonna get it in.
Comic-Con. Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour.
Right. Because when you read the Bible, it talks about different beasts. It talks about many nations. It talks about who these people are. Israel being used in metaphors in many ways. Other nations get used in metaphors in many ways. Because when it talks about the beasts or it talks about animals, like the sheep are Israel, the lost sheep. We're not literal sheep, but the Lord is using in this Bible as a metaphor for us. Where the other nations are used as talked about as beasts too. Okay, give me the subtile beast of the field scripture real quick. I'm not going to deviate too far, but just to make the point. So when you read about and talk about birds or animals or sheep or bears or lions, hell, in Daniel it talks about the four beasts, and it referenced a lion with eagle's wings, a bear. It mentions all this, a leopard, the leopard. I'm paraphrasing, but the Bible talks in metaphors. The Bible talks literal. It could be metaphorical. You got parables, all kinds of stuff. You have to learn what it means from the men that been ordained to be prophets of God. You're not going to get it anywhere else. Even if you get another person saying that the oppressor or Esau is the devil, or you hear somebody say the 12 tribes of Israel, or they might talk about the Third World War or whatever. Just because they saying that doesn't mean that they're authorized and ordained by the Lord to give you this record, the spirit of this thing, the proper breakdown. You're not going to get that unless you get it from somebody in the Israelite school of UPK. That's just what it is. I don't make the rules. I'm just thankful to the Most High. He had mercy on me to be in the fold so that way it could be brought out. You know what I'm saying? So read me what you got, please.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1.
Come on with it.
Now the serpent.
Come on now. I'm not, again, for anybody coming in, we answering questions tonight. What's going on, Officer Kodum? We answering the questions tonight. We're getting it in. All right. I got the heavy hitter, heavy priest, our bod in the building. Okay. And what we're going to do is answer any questions anybody got. Okay. So right now we hitting in Genesis real quick. And we're not deviating from talking about lineage and the seeds of your father, you know, where people come from. And we're going to hit that Jacob and Esau, kind of take it back a little bit. But I'm sure there's many of those who ain't really heard this breakdown in a while or you know, ever. So we're going to bring it out. Come on.
Comic-Con. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Why is it saying the serpent is more subtle than any beast of the field? Is he the only beast in the field? Nah, there's many beasts in the field. He's just the most subtle beast in the field. But there are many beasts. And when you go and you read in the record, you read about how the beast was devouring us. And then you hear about how the beast, how it's going to change. They're not going to devour us in that day when Christ returns. It's going to take a turn. And then we're going to devour them. So the same way how it's upside down right now, how black people and Hispanics be loving the white man, the oppressor, and how we want to be like them, act like them, dress like them, talk and walk like them. And our sisters want to do the same. It's going to be a time where it changes. And then they're going to love us in their captivity the way we loving them in ours. I hope I'm staying on track with it. Okay, we got a good amount of time. I wanna roll through this thing. Okay. So read that from the top one more time, please.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord thy God hath made.
Which the Lord thy God hath made. You got to understand. I hear questions about, well, if God's so all powerful and almighty, why don't he stop the white man? Or why don't he stop the oppressor? Why would God let slavery happen if he loved everybody so much? That's what we not understanding. The one thing that Israel has a problem with is taking accountability and saying and thinking, maybe it's the sins that we committed as to why we going through what we going through. And we got to come out of that. We got to come out of committing sins against the Most High God. Do what the Lord say to do, and he will deliver us from that oppressor. It ain't that the Most High don't have the power. It's that we need to show forth something. Anybody out there that's a parent understands with their children. You don't get something for nothing. And even when you do something, that don't mean you deserve something. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do because you're supposed to do it. I don't know where we got this whole thing from. I'm making straight A's in school and doing good. Now I'm supposed to get a reward. You're supposed to make good grades. You're supposed to be honorable. You're supposed to do what God say to do. That's the least of it. The least of it is do what the Lord say to do. Ain't that the whole duty of man? Do what God say to do. That's the least. We don't owe the Most High. Forgive me. The Lord don't owe us. We owe him. We owe the Most High. We owe a lot. And we owe to Christ for him dying and laying his life down. We owe. Israel owes. Okay? With the Lord he kept his end of the deal. So when it comes to oppression, the white man this and the white man that, and that whole pull yourself up by your bootstraps is nonsense. That's just ploy. That's game. That's game right there. We need to do what God say to do. That's all we got to do. Everybody's going to say something? Okay, what we got?
Sister Shantae says, Salakia, sir, I have a question. Is there any special ceremony when an Israelite passes away?
When an Israelite passes away, when you read in the record, the customs of burial, of burying somebody and putting them with all the ornaments and the clothes and the gold and all that, is more Egypt. That's where you get the whole burying the mummies with the gold and all that. Israel was more along the lines of burying in linen or wrapping them in linen and things, and then and putting them, if I'm trying to make it make sense, putting them away. There's nothing wrong with burying a loved one. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to, leave them in your living room. But I'm saying customarily, the ornaments and the dressing them up and honoring the dead in such a way was more Egypt. It was more a Hamite thing. For Israel, we would wrap. I'm gonna get the specifics, the detail, but I remember it being saying we wrap the bodies in linen and then have a way to I don't want to make it sound bad, but discarding of the body. Like when Christ was put in a what would we call it, a tomb or behind the stone, there was ways that we did it. So even today, if you have a loved one that passed away, you can still bury them, in the ground. There's nothing wrong with burying somebody. Customs we don't cremate in Israel. That hasn't been something we do. Meaning, if anybody don't know what cremation is, where you put them in the furnace, the water. You put them in the furnace and they shovel you into the fire, and then you get ashes, and then you take the ashes home with you and all this other nonsense. So today, yeah, you can, if you want to bury somebody, you more than can. But the lines get kind of crossed or iffy when you start honoring that dead, worshiping that dead. I think you're allowed to grieve for 8 days or 7 days. I believe it's, don't quote me on it right now, but you allowed to grieve for about 7 to 8 days. And after that grieving is over with, you move on. Because we understand that when you die, you go rest with the Lord, and we know that spirit's coming back. So being that spirit's coming back, if you go beyond the grievance period and you stuck in some kind of, I'm not trying to go too far off, but you stuck in some kind of, your emotions and grieving for the dead that's already probably back, then that's not something you want to do. But as far as a process or procedure, there's nothing wrong with going ahead and contacting the funeral home, burying your loved one. We had a brother that passed. He had to go through the process, get buried. In fact, when you read, and I hope I answered it enough to a degree, but just be mindful that we don't do cremations. That ain't never been Israel's customs. And we don't glorify the dead in the ways that Egypt did. But burying somebody there's nothing wrong with going ahead and burying them in a casket and go ahead and letting them down. You know what I'm saying? But Israel custom is more wrapping them in linens and discarding the bodies the way for those who take the bodies away and do their job, much like a mortician from back then now. Come on, Alba.
So I got a precept for that if that's the wall.
Okay, come on.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38 and verse 16. It says, "My son, let tears fall down over the dead, and begin to lament, as if thou hast suffered great harm thyself."
Right. So it's saying you crying, and to lament is to cry, and for lack of better words. Come on.
"And then cover his body according to the custom, and neglect not his burial.
Go ahead.
Weep bitterly, and make great moan, and use lamentation as he is worthy, and that a day or two lest thou be evil spoken of. And then comfort thyself for thy heaviness. For of heaviness cometh death, and the heaviness of the heart breaketh strength."
Right. Meaning you have a loved one that passed away, go ahead and you can bury him. That's a hard thing for most of us. You know what I'm saying? You lose a mother or you lose a father, and you go through the process of burying and now they're gone. But there's only a certain amount of time where you can grieve on them. If you spend the next 10, 15, 20 years, letting that sit on you, that's going to break you. It'll break anybody. If you're thinking about your mother who passed away 15 years ago and letting it, I'm not saying you can't think about her from time to time. I'm saying what this is saying is more than that. Every day you wake up, you hurt and you crying about it. Every day you wake up, you go to bed and you miss your mother or your father, your brother or whoever. You can't, you got to fight that. And that's what we got in here. The brothers and sisters will help you get through that. The men over you, the ones who are there for you will help you get through that. And you'll gain more fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters. I've lost brothers and family members coming up in here. I've buried family members in the world, buried family members in the truth. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the process goes, ceremony rather, there's not so much as a special ceremony where it's super glorifying of the death, if I'm understanding your question correctly. But we do take time to come together. Like a brother in California passed away recently. Brothers came together, got dressed up, went and saw the brother, buried the brother, went on about their business. Why? Because what do we know? Who can tell me? If a man of God or if a person in the truth passes away now, what happens? Now we getting deep. I don't want to get on Jacob and Esau. We talking about Christ coming.
Salaka, she said, you can't allow the dead to consume your life.
That's heavy right there. You can't allow the dead to consume your life.
UPK Azara.
Okay, you can't allow the dead to consume your life. They dead and gone now. The Lord, they resting with the Most High. And like I was saying, when you have somebody that passes away in the truth, right, in the body, in the spirit of the Most High, they coming back. I don't want to go too far off. Officer Zion didn't allow me to teach on Sundays now, so I don't want to mess this thing up. But when you pass away, you in the truth, you pass away, you coming back. What do I mean? Yeah, we know about reincarnation, but what do I mean coming back? Meaning when Christ return, they gonna go up first. Yeah, the dead gonna get raised up first. The ones that pass away in this truth, we gonna see them again. They the ones we gonna see again, them. Not them dying and then coming back in another body and another person. We're going to see the ones that pass away out of this truth. We're going to see them again and have a drink with them, kick it with them. I know it sounds crazy. Okay. Then are we finished with what you just read? Okay, let's go here real fast. We double deviate. We gonna get right back where we need to be. But you good, sister? I hope I answered your question to the best of my ability. I'm normally when we teaching, right? Anybody that got questions, y'all more than welcome to ask whatever you want. But UPK men specialize in the words that y'all use. So depending on the words that y'all use, we'll either ask you to rephrase it or we'll go with what you give us. So based on what the sister was asking, is there a special ceremony when an Israelite passes away? I'll say no. There's no special, thing like how the what's them tribes, them Hispanic tribes do, the Day of the Dead thing, where they make this whole glorious, honorable thing behind their family member dying. I heard about some tribes where they bury the dead, and then like every year they bury them, dig them back up, and prop they dead ass up in the corner, and then be dancing and singing along with them. Is they dead, man? It's the skull be out and the teeth. The hell are you doing?
That's a lot. Like we not no Vikings. We ain't gonna put our dead on the boat.
They ain't gonna put our dead.
With they jewels.
Put the dead on the boat and shoot an arrow with the fire.
We don't do that.
On some Marvel Thor nonsense with the god of thunder, the Thor god. People believe that too. People believe that Thor was an actual god and worshiped him at one time. Okay, but not to go too far. So Maya Shaw said weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, prop the body up and walking around with the body and dancing with the body and all that, bouncing around with them, holding their head up and doing all that. Man. There's laws and regulations on how to deal with the dead. How you dealing with the dead, you unclean for 7 days. You can go to a funeral and bury the body is cool, but we don't do all that cremating. We don't bury a body and dig it back up. Come on, man. You bury the body, man, go ahead. If you have a loved one that passed away, go ahead, call up the funeral home, make your arrangements, bury your loved one, have you, bury your loved one. If you know about the Israelite School of UPK, call up one of your camp leaders, you know what I'm saying? Talk to the brothers. We'll get you straight on how to go forward. As far as grieving goes, don't spend too much time doing that. It's going to break it. It's going to bring your spirit down. It's going to ruin you. It's going to run your life, and you don't want that.
And Slack information. So we got brothers in the school that specialize in that type of stuff.
There you go.
They specialize in the Israelite customs of burial and all of that. So if you want somebody to do it right, call the UPK. We'll get you right.
We're going to show you exactly what to do, detail, step by step. For what, Albot? Okay. I pulled the script for we there already? No, what was the one before that? Oh, I didn't pull it. I was gonna say let's double deviate. We're gonna go to the dead in Christ shall rise first. I just want to pull it. We're gonna read it so we can get that out the way. All right. So any other things? Come on, hit me. What's going on, Maya Shaw? Good to see you. Hope you're doing all right up there in Raleigh. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you. Hey, Ayanda Bar says Shantae. You know what I'm saying? Any other questions you got? Come on, hit me with it. Try our best to get it in tonight. You know. Okay, it should be dead in Christ shall rise first.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and the voice of the archangel, archangel.
Yeah, archangel.
Archangel, angel, Salakia.
You
and
good.
with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first.
So in a nutshell, when Christ returns, the dead in Christ gonna go up first. Because to take us out of this destruction, we're not going to be around to be in the fire, in the what's it called? In the crossfire. So you get down, you got to think about this. Think about this. You serving the Most High right now. You hearing about the UPK and the truth. You hearing about the generals and the captains and the officers and the troopers and the brothers. You hearing about schools. You seeing the garments we rocking. You seeing the shields. You seeing the shields and the name. You hearing about the word of God. You got your frankincense and myrrh burning. You learning. You get a new name. You brand new with the Lord. You brand new with the Lord. And you fighting and striving. And you think about, I'm doing all this for what? What am I doing all this for? You doing it for the protection. You doing it for the deliverance. You doing it so your spirit, your soul, and your spirit, your life can be what? Can be saved. It is a constant, everyday battle. It is a everyday battle, a everyday thing. Okay? You come into this school and learn Satan on you. Satan and them demons are on you. They trying to draw you back. Don't fall for the game. Don't fall for the bullshit. Stay as strong as you can. You, like I said before, you feel like Satan trying you to go backwards. Call a brother. Call a brother, man. That's all it takes. And when you know that you wrestling some demons from getting high or eating pork or having sex with whores or any of that, brothers smoke cigarettes or whatever, brother get tempted to I don't know. I'm trying to name a lot of stuff because most people don't know. Oh, celebrating birthdays. You want your family calling you to go to this birthday party. And they cursing you out and saying you ain't nothing, talking down on you because you won't go to so-and-so's birthday party. Now you feel embarrassed and you can't, because now you can't go or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Call a brother. And all you got to do, if you listening to me, this is all you got to do. Open your phone and just press the call button. You don't have to do anything else. Hit the call button. Brother gonna answer. Hey, Shalom, y'all Shalom, y'all. And then right there, now you got two in a fight. Now you got your brother warring with you against this demon. For brothers who got issues with women or issues watching pornography, issues when they alone and they feel like they need to get drunk, that's a big one. Brothers who get alone and they feel like they got to get drunk off they behind and drinking. Call a brother, man. Hell, call me. Call your brother. Be like, hey, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I was just chilling, see what you had going on. Yeah, what's up? No, nothing. Nothing. Now I'm a no. Like, what you got going on, brother? He was like, want to know if you want to have a drink. If you want, man, come on, let's go have a drink. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go somewhere. Go hang out. Find ways to fight your demons. Sisters too. Like I brought out before, you sisters, man. That scripture that talk about y'all being a weaker vessel, y'all got a strong fight too. So we gonna have to double battle. You sisters, anytime in your mind, for you sisters out there, anytime something says to you, I don't want to call I don't want to call them brothers. I'm going to be embarrassed. Now, I don't want to call them brothers. I don't want them to judge me. Or I don't want to call. I don't know. I just, you know what? It is what it is. Nah. Call that brother. Call your camp leader. Call, if you can't reach the camp leader, call the next brother you have, access to. Okay? Do take every necessary step and fight you can to ensure that you fighting the demon and you win. Right. That's what we got to do. You think I'm sitting up here because I'm special? You think the brothers are in here because we special like that? We come up out of there too. I call brothers. I call Cap. He may not know why I'm calling, but I might call him and say, just want to holler at you, see what's going on. That's my way of fighting the demon. So then I just have a conversation and then, the demon go away. Right. Sometimes I might have to come straight out with it. Hey, Shalak, sir, got Satan on me. He messing with me. I'm thinking this or I'm thinking that. How do I go about this thing? And then that man will be able to talk to you and have you fight that thing. So you taking an initiative to fight your stuff, to fight that thing, that voice that you think is you fighting that voice is exactly what this is all about. So that way you can be saved and good to go. So when Christ return, the dead gonna rise first because they already gone. But they were serving the Lord and honor the Lord. You got to think, we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of years since Christ left, since Christ died and ascended back. Hundreds and hundreds of years. There have been prophets up, through, and down in there. But because we in the last days that we in now, that's where you're seeing the prophets jumping up. Remember, there's got to be 144,000. You got to have that number got to be solidified. We ain't at the 144,000 yet. The 144,000 are only right here in the UPK, and those that have passed already. The ones that are solidified that have passed already, you got to count them and the men right here in the UPK in this truth. Okay, that it on that scripture there? Okay, read it from the top because I got long-winded a little bit.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Verse 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
Right, because they gonna go first, and then them that remain, them remaining are the ones in the UPK.
Right.
Don't let Satan trick you and make you think that there's any other priest of God in any other one of these camps. Don't let Satan trick you and have you think that Christian pastors in these churches got the answer. They don't have the answer. You're talking about a spiritual battle. You're talking about the physical battle you face every day. You're talking about a mental battle. You're talking about battles at your job, battles in your household, battles within brotherhood. What do I mean? We got to ensure that the brotherhood's strong and make sure that Satan cannot creep his way in at all. Because as long as we strong in the UPK, no matter what the hell you heard, no matter what the hell they talk about, we strong here. Real men, real soldiers, you're going to bump heads. You're going to bump heads here and there. But just because I bump heads or I might argue and have a little contention with my brother, that don't mean I'm going to leave this thing. That don't mean it's going to fall apart. You don't let that happen. You think about Jake. You think about brothers and all that. When they fight in the right or brothers get in an argument and you got two brothers arguing and somebody else come up and be like, yo, y'all need to chill out. Then them two turn on his ass and be like, you know what I mean? I'm arguing with my brother. Nigga, I told you to pay that shit. Didn't I tell you to pay? No, we talk. Didn't I fight you? Nigga, what you talking about? Nigga, y'all need to chill. Who the fuck you talking to? And then you turn on them. Nigga, what were you talking? Who you dealing with now? We both on you. Because just because we bumping heads don't mean I'm going to fall out with him and turn on my brother. We just, you know what I'm saying? We just brothers having to iron this thing out. That's what real men are about. That's what we do. But that don't mean this thing going to fall. Right. We standing strong in this thing. Okay? So they going to get called up. The dead going to get called up first. And then we going to get called up to get out that crossfire. That's the point. That's what we trying to get. We putting on the Israelite attire. We putting on the garments and the shield. Right. We trying to show the Most High what? That we down with you. Right. So when that day come, when Christ see you, he ain't going to tell you, depart from me, I've never known you. We want the Lord to see us now to say, yo, we rocking with you. We with you. We in the game. We doing this thing while you not here. So that way, when you return, you know who it is. We rolling with you. Okay. That's what we trying to get down with. So any more on that? Okay, finish it off for me.
Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words.
Right. So when we go up in them chariots, and you go back and look at history, swing low, sweet chariot and all that, why do you think the slaves were speaking in that way, singing in that way? Because they understood, most of them understood what this was talking about. Most of them knew who they was. But with oppression and real oppression out, we lost who we was. That's why we got to come back. But most of them slaves knew who they was, knew they was Israelites. Now today we having to fight the battle on who Israel is and ensuring and showing you with this book, with this Bible, who we are. And we can do it. We have been doing it. And we're going to do it tonight. Okay? I'm going to get in that Jacob and Esau. I'm going to show you the characteristics. I'm going to show you the different nations as much as I can. And we're going to rock this thing out. I'm telling you, just bear with me. Okay? But once we get called up on that chariot, which is what we're fighting for the deliverance, to save, to be saved. Okay? We fighting so that way Christ will say, come on this chariot. We about to roll out, getting out of the hellfire. Michael, the archangel, and them, and Christ are going to fight the white man and the Russians and all them. The Russians, the Chinese, Japanese. Remember now, in the Apocrypha, it talks about how the armies are going to be fighting each other. That's what you see now. You see Russia and China working together. You see U.S. and the NATO alliance working together. You see the African countries and these Middle Eastern countries taking sides. The Lord drawing the game in. And all these nations are going to fight against each other. Like it says in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Like it says for the Lord is drawing them in for the fight. And when Christ return and crack that sky, all them armies going to turn against Christ. They're going to stop hitting each other. They're going to stop going against each other. And they're going to turn and try to fight the Lord, which is what they've been preparing for this whole time. That's how arrogant and proud Esau is. Esau think he got so much power that he can fight not only the other nations on the earth, but Christ too. He going to have a bad day. He going to have a bad day because you talking about 200 million angels. One angel is too much power for him. You talking about 200 million, not 2 million, 200 million. That ain't, the Lord want a good fight. And Esau gonna bring out everything he can. All them warships, all them guns, them particle weapons, them particle beams, them nuclear missiles, whatever he got going on in space, whatever defense deterrence he got going on in space, whatever he got, the Lord going right through that with them 200 million angels. But be sure that you get out the way. How do you get out the way? Serve the Lord now. Think about what happens tomorrow. You think about when that day come. Ain't none of that extra stuff gonna matter. All the shit talking, all the bad mouthing, all the problems and issues, all the fighting, all the disagreements, all that won't mean nothing in that day. But did you serve the Most High God and follow Christ like he laid it down for the priests and prophets to show you what this is? Did you do that? If you're not doing that, you better start right now, tonight, okay? Hit me with it, Op. Where we at? Okay, now let's get into Jacob and Esau. Let's get into a little bit of Jacob and Esau, okay? Any questions about what I said or any questions going forward, please, Akim, please, sisters, Akwathi, hit me with it in the chat. I can't know what you want to know unless I see it right here or if I will buy a catch it, okay? But for now, we're going to hit this Jacob and Esau. Okay, we're making good time. Come on with it.
Genesis chapter 25 and verse 24.
Start at 23.
Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
The Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. Excuse me. Go ahead.
And 2 manner of people shall be departed from thy bowels.
And 2 manner of people shall be departed from thy bowels. Why is it saying 2 manner of people shall be departed from thy bowels? Read it again. That verse again.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right. And 2 manner of people shall be, where you at? 23, right? And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So why is it saying 2 nations are in thy womb and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels? I didn't know a nation of people could fit in one person. That's how you know it's talking about the forefather of these people. You got the forefather of the oppressor, Esau. The white man, which is Esau. And then you have the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, which is Israel. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Or Jacob at this time. So Jacob and Esau in here, we're going to get into it. But 2 nations of people and 2 manner of people, right? 2 nations. We established that. We know that there's black people and Hispanic people and Native Indians on the earth. You can't be that stupid. We can't be that naive to say there ain't black people and Hispanic people on the earth or Native Indians. It's obvious. And you also can't say that there aren't white people or Caucasian people on the earth. You know that. You know they here. You see them every day. Okay? Keep going.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
So 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Here's what's so racial or racist about this. The separation been since the beginning. When you go back and look in the 50s and the 60s, when civil rights activists and all this was trying to bring nations together, God was saying to be separate right here. Separated from thy bowels. Separated from jump, from the beginning. Black people and Hispanic people and Native Indian people were never meant to be one-on-one with the white man, with the oppressor, with Esau, ever. It was separated from jump. Why? Because when you put them together, they're going to fight. And that's what we do. It's always a fight. It's always a problem. There's always conflict. When you have 2 nations of people who God said were separated from the bowels, are now together trying to live under this one roof called America, and we on the bottom. Keep going out.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. How important is this thing? It's important because when you look at the characteristics and you look at black people and the style and flavor they bring, when you look at Israel or you look at Negroes and how they take something so small and make it worldwide. Hell, I remember when black people were taking triple X white tees and jean shorts and Air Force Ones and ran that across the earth. Everybody wanted to be like niggas. Everybody wanted to have the white tee. Everybody wanted to have the jean shorts with the Air Force Ones. Everybody wanted to have golds in their mouth, grills in their mouth. When Nelly and all of them was dropping the music and all that, everybody across the earth want to rap like you. Chinese come in your neighborhood and sell 3 chickens and fried rice all damn day, making billions. Okay. One people shall be stronger than the other people, man. Black people are stronger altogether. If it had been any other nation in the condition that we in, they'd have been wiped out a long time ago. But because we the chosen people of the Lord, we the ones that survive through this thing. We the ones that are strong as can be. We the ones that make it through the fight. We the ones that can deal with this oppression and still be alive today. We the stronger people, man. Not them. They empire was built on your back. They empire was built on us. Not the other way around. Them Africans got to come over here to eat off us. Chinese come over here to eat off us. The Arabs came over here to eat off us. And now they become multi-billionaire Sunni Shiite mob, and the Chinese go make billions. The Africans go and make billions. That's what pisses me off about them disgusting Hamites. Them disgusting Africans have a whole continent of countries. From mud holes to mansions, eating off of us. And we still trying to join them. We still trying to be a part of them. Hell no. Read on for me.
Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
There were twins in her womb. Because you got more fraternal, rather. You got twins in her womb. 2 babies being born here. And they're going to tell you what they look like too. Come on.
Verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Even today, when you look at Esau, don't Esau come out, them little red babies? Esau come out little red babies. Okay. Jacob, we're going to get into him too. But Esau come out like little red babies. They grow up and be mad as hell, turn red as can be. As red as the Apocrypha, red as this book. Okay, this is one of the traits that you know. You can see when let an old white man get mad as hell, he turn red. Let an old devil get mad, he turn red. Okay, them kids back in school, white kid get in a fight, turn red as hell. When the police get mad at you, pull you over, got a problem, getting an attitude, he turned red as hell too. Esau came out red and hairy. If it weren't for these razor blades and these sharpeners, boy, these devils be walking around here looking like the Geico man, the caveman, not the lizard, the Geico caveman. Okay. Read on out.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel. Okay, keep going.
And Isaac was Slakia, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bore them.
Right. So when it says when it says in 23, and the elder shall serve the younger, Esau came out first. Excuse me. It says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. Esau came out first. Right. But the elder shall serve the younger. Why is it specifying that? Because when you think about lineage and you think about kingdoms, the firstborn is the one that's supposed to get the throne. But in this case, this one coming out first ain't gonna get the throne. What throne am I talking about? That kingdom, that rulership, that authority over the earth. Right now, the white man is ruling. But when it's all said and done, we win in the end. Jacob and his sons, Israel, and them 12 tribes, we the ones that win in the end. We the ones that rule. That's why I saying the elder gonna serve the younger. Now, why is all of this saying this? Serving the younger, two nations, separated from the bowels. All of these are so you can understand and recognize who's who, and to know how to move in the last day. Know how to deal with these other nations and people in this last day. Okay? Keep going.
Khan, verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Esau was a cunning hunter, boy. Meaning what? Meaning he knew how to hunt like the white man does today. Esau's a cunning hunter when he's sitting behind that bush with a whole squad car with lights on it and everything, but you don't see him. He can sit behind a bush just above the size of his car to where you come by doing 10 over the speed limit. You don't know where he came from. He a cunning hunter. Esau know how to hide in a tree in army colors and hunt deer all day and bears and never be seen. Esau is cunning as hell. Esau also knows how to get you high. He's a cunning hunter. He knows how to get you on crack, and you don't even blame him. Esau knows how to get you on them vapes and on that Molly. And I've seen niggas doing some shit with the aerosol thing.
So like that's some new. It ain't new, but it's whipped cream. Not whipped cream. What do you call it? It's I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, like they got a can about this big.
Yeah.
And they have like an opening, and they suck the air out of it or something and get high as hell.
Yeah, it's the aerosol can for the whipped cream.
Yeah, the aerosol can the way you think that's you. That's some cunning. That's cunning as hell. Like.
Right.
Esau know how to make you think you are the problem. Esau know how to make you think you ain't nothing.
Right.
Esau know how to make you sisters think you have to sell your ass to make some money.
Right.
He know how to he's cunning like that. But you don't have to do that. Black man, black woman, you don't got to be stripping in the strip club. Black man, you don't got to get high to get through the day. You don't got to be drunk off your behind just to make it another day. Esau's the cunning hunter.
Right.
He's cunning in his way. That's why you have to be cautious. You have to know how to defend yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually across the board. And that Bible's going to give you all them answers. Hell, Esau done took over Egypt and all that. The Arab world, the Chinese world, got them Chinese thinking they white too. Got the Africans thinking they white too. Wearing suits and all this nonsense. Go look at the richest man in China right now. Go look at the richest man in China right now. He got a suit and tie on. Go look at the richest man in whatever. Guarantee he's gonna have a suit and tie. Or has to go to a meeting for one. Come on, Awabad.
Khan, a man of the field.
A man of the field. Like we said, a hunter. That's Esau. A man of the field. Always ready to go post a video on YouTube about how he hunting in the woods. How to survive in negative 10-degree weather under some sticks and some snow and some dirt. That's Esau.
Salaki, if I may, sir.
Come on.
And if you notice, if you watch these nature channels, you see Naked and Afraid. You say 90 days
Naked
surviving.
and Afraid.
And that ain't nobody but these devils doing that.
Ain't nobody but them.
Nobody.
You don't see a bunch of niggas getting together talking about let's get naked and go hide in the woods and see how long we can survive. Nigga, I don't want
Survivor, long survivor.
The Survivor series, Man versus Wild. What's wrong with y'all, man? Two manner of people. Them devils go up there, brother. Them devils, and then they always get one Negro to go on the show for some money just to seem like niggas do this. Negroes don't do this. This ain't what black people do ever. Black people don't get naked and get afraid.
We afraid of clothes on.
What the hell are we talking about, man? Niggas don't get naked no way. The real spirit of niggas. Not talking about the LGBTQs and the you know what I'm saying? We talking about real black men. Black men don't get naked and get afraid of. What the hell are you talking about? No. But do you see the cunning hunter that the devil is? Making shows like that. How to survive and eating whatever. And just go on YouTube and look it up. You got people, I'm not talking about, don't go on YouTube looking up naked people. I'm saying go on YouTube and look at how the devil get down with the naked and afraid thing. What's going on? I was I.S.U.P.K. Shalom. Y'all was good. Glad to have y'all, brother. Good to see y'all, brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Any questions, hit me with them. You know what I'm saying? I'll just keep rolling on and on. Me and our Bob be talking to each other till midnight. You know what I'm saying? But we don't do that. Black people don't get down like that. And every nation knows how they get down. We know what type of time the devil on. We know what type of time Esau on. Okay? Keep going.
A man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Jacob was a plain man, chilling at the crib. Okay? Jacob was a plain man chilling at the crib, which is what black people do. We chill. Be at the house. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on, man? I'm about to fry some fish, dog. Come through. Oh, man, I'm about to hop on the grill. Come on through. You know what I'm saying? You know, how your mama doing, man? Good. I ain't seen grandmoms in a minute, man. How mom's doing? Oh, mom's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, she at the house. You can go by, holler at her. Okay, for sure, man. I'll be by there. You know what I mean? I'll come by there tomorrow. What you got going on next weekend? Oh, man, ain't doing nothing, man. Niggas playing video games at the house. Chilling at the house. That's the spirit and characteristic of us. We ain't trying to go out there and be naked and afraid and all in the and doing everything we supposed to do. What the hell are you talking about? Everybody know what type of time Esau be on. And we know what type of time black people be on. Why do you think they police the neighborhood? Why do you think they lock zone on these neighborhoods? Black people don't be doing that. Man, I heard many brothers say, that they ain't never left their hood in 20 years. You've been in the same hood for 20 years. Never left Philly, never left DC, never left New York. You know what I'm saying? Never left California. Only time a nigga really leave where they from is either military or because of their job. Black people really don't leave like that or move like that. Black people, where they at? You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Because the spirit and characteristic is talked about in this Bible. Keep going.
And Isaac loved Esau.
Isaac loved Esau. Okay, keep going.
Because he did eat of the venison.
He did eat of the venison. Just like any white man's characteristic. The white man, what does a white man do? A white man raises his son because his son wants to be just like him. Now, does that mean Isaac didn't love Jacob? Isaac loved Jacob too. But why is it specifying this? Why is it saying Isaac loved Esau? Because he ate of his venison, meaning he did what he did. He ate like him. He rolled like him. Isaac wasn't a white man. But that spirit and that forefather, that forefather being brought back in the earth, that white man is in Esau though. And that boy Esau, that real man, that person Esau, did of his father. Just like you go look at Donald Trump and Donald Trump Jr. Look how, just follow the pattern. Watch how Donald Trump Jr., that's his name, right? Donald Trump Jr. got raised up. He looked just like his father, Donald Trump, from when he was this high. And got raised up and going to take over for him. Because Donald Trump Jr. ate of the venison of Donald Trump Sr. You know what I mean? Keep going.
But Rebekah loved Jacob.
But Rebekah loved Jacob. Now, did Rebekah love Esau? Sure. But why is it saying here Rebekah loved Jacob? Because mamas love their boys. Mamas love, nigga love his mama, don't he? First thing a nigga do when he get in the league is buy his mama a house and a Mercedes Benz. First thing a black boy do, I did it for my mama. I did it for my mama. You know what I'm saying? You know, my mama. Don't let it talk about a nigga mama. He ready to kill you behind that. You know what I'm saying? He ready to take your life talking about his mama. Because the characteristic of this boy to this man loves his mama. You know what I mean? That's everyday stuff right there. That's you in that ghetto. That's you every day in the hood. You love your mama. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's what it's talking about. Okay, keep going.
Verse 29.
Yep.
And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint.
Okay, Esau saw pottage, and Jacob came from the field, and he was faint. Keep going.
And Esau said to Jacob,
from doing all that hunting. And Esau said what?
Feed me.
Feed me. Go ahead.
I pray thee.
Right, so Jacob in there cooking, getting it in, whipping it up, how Israel do, you know what I mean? And then he came in and said, hey, yo, feed me that. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired, faint. Keep going.
I pray thee.
I pray thee, please. Come on.
With the same red pottage.
With the same red pottage. Go ahead.
For I am faint.
For I am faint. You got to think about it. Keep going. I'm going to get there. Go ahead.
Therefore was his name called Edom.
Therefore was his name called Edom. Why? Because he wanted that red. He wasn't even done yet, but he wanted it already. He wasn't waiting for it to be done. That's just like Esau, just like the white man, ready to go ahead and gobble that shit up before it's even done. I've seen plenty of white men eat raw meat. That's just how they roll. Go online. We got the internet now. We got TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Go online and look how the devils eat, man. They don't cook their food like that through and through. Right. You know what I'm saying? Black people don't even want to eat chicken if it got a little pink in there.
Right.
Wings too small. Wings too small. Wings too big, nigga. So you look at Esau now or here, and he was like, give me that same red meat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about that. Right. Red pottage. That's how they eat, huh? That's how they roll. Okay. So drop that for me. We got any more on that?
A little bit more.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 31. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
He was saying, sell me your birthright, man. You want to eat, sell me your birthright. What people don't understand, and for time's sake, I'll just drop it. People think there was some trickery or some stuff going on. This was prophesied to be. Did it not say the elder shall serve the younger? So he's saying, sell me your birthright. When you go down in the story, which we'll probably bring out Sunday after next, when we bring it out, you'll see what it's talking about more in depth about the birthright and this. There wasn't no trickery going on. This is what it was supposed to be. Okay. But give me Genesis 19 and 30. Genesis 19 and 30. Because I brought up Moab earlier. We're going to get into that too.
Khan. It's book of Genesis chapter 19 and verse 30.
And again, if anybody got any questions, hit me with them. Okay. Come on with it. We in here. I got always our Barak. Just we real chilling tonight. And again, the water to the brothers. You know what I'm saying? The brothers, the men over us. The water to you brothers that's coming in. You know, I'm thankful, man. I'm glad that I've been afforded the opportunity to be able to rock this thing out with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Next Sunday I will be slaving, but Sundays going forward, we in this thing. Okay, come on with it.
And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him. For he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters.
So this is talking about Lot and his 2 daughters. Okay. This is Lot and his 2 daughters after Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed. Why? Because they were homosexuals. They were doing all type of nasty wickedness, man. And then you got to think about today. Think about today. The Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah and allowed that record to be known in the Bible as to what not to do. Otherwise, the Lord gonna destroy it. But all over this country of America, you got the most vile, vicious, lascivious, disgusting lifestyle of these people who want to live just like Sodom and Gomorrah. You don't think the Lord gonna destroy this place, man? You don't think the Lord gonna destroy it? He done burnt them all the hell up in Sodom and Gomorrah. What makes you think he not gonna deal with them the same way here? When did God change his mind to be okay with living that lifestyle? Never. So after he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot and his daughters went on. Okay, read on.
And the firstborn said unto the younger, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come unto us after the manner of all the earth.
Right. So the older daughter, this is why, and I'm going to be as plain as I can be. When it says, and the firstborn said unto the younger, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth, right? This is one of the reasons why you women should not lead. That's a whole nother thing. But this is why y'all should not lead anything. There were other people on the earth. What made her think there was no man on earth to be with? Just because the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah don't mean everybody on the planet is dead and gone. But in her ignorance, it's being brought back another nation of people. In that ignorance of what she said, saying, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. But how? But what are you talking about? So what happens next? Read on.
Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father.
Why is it saying that we may preserve seed of our father? What did she understand? That you are of your father. She understood at least preserve the seed of our father, meaning if our father can get us pregnant, then the life coming from him can carry on. The Lord is bringing back another nation in this process. And in this process is a specialized way of who these people are then and today. Okay? Now, it's unlawful for a father to sleep with their daughter. But because the father was drunk and drunk out of his mind, and which is what they did, that's why it says, come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him that we may preserve seed of our father. They got him drunk, laid with him, and got pregnant by him. Was that right? It was not right. That ain't no law in Israel. That isn't an Israelite custom. Don't you go out there, and I don't want to be too, nasty, but don't you girls be sleeping with your fathers. Right. You fathers out there, don't be trying to do nothing to your daughter, man. This isn't Egypt. This ain't Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? Don't be no disgusting, wicked Negro. And you Hispanic tribes, and you got Native Indian tribes, you Gadite tribes, and Seminoles and them. Don't be laying with your daughter, man. You mothers, don't be having sex with your sons. You don't do that. That's against the Lord. But let's read about how these nation of people came on in. Come on.
Verse 33. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in.
And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in. Go ahead.
And lay with her father.
And lay with her father. Go ahead.
And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose.
So he didn't know that she came in there and they did that. nor when she got up and left because he was drunk. Now, many of us have been there. Drank a little too much. You know what I'm saying? You don't remember when you went to sleep or when you woke up. So he don't remember when she came in there and did that, nor when she left. Keep going.
And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger.
So the firstborn daughter said to the younger daughter, go ahead.
Behold, I lay yesterday night with my father.
So she was like, I lay yesterday night with my father. Keep going.
Let us make him drink wine this night also.
Let us make him drink wine this night also. So they're going to do it again with the younger daughter. And then what's going to happen is the younger daughter going to lay with him, and she going to conceive or get pregnant by him too. These are the nations being brought back. What nations? These Chinese and these Japanese coming back here. Or what we call Chinese and Japanese today. But here, later in the story, they call Moab and Ammon. Because they had to be brought back also. Remember, after the flood, the nations got brought back in the earth. But they didn't just pop up in some bubble somewhere on the earth and now they back. They got brought back the same way that you are brought in today. Through a man having sex with a woman and bringing forth a child. Okay? A man having sex with a woman, bringing forth a child happens every day. Why is it so hard to understand that this is what happens in here too? Why? The Bible is as clear cut as can be. Was it right that they did that? That ain't custom. It ain't right. But bringing back these nations brought it back in that way to show you that these people here are not us. These people that got brought back here are not us. They just not. And I'm glad they not. I don't rock with no Chinese, Bruce Lee Chinese. They don't love you. They don't rock with you either. Japanese, no way. Why do you think they look the way they look? When you have a man, when you have a father, an incestuous thing, and that baby come out like that, there's going to be some Down syndrome going on. That's why they look the way they do. I often had that question growing up. Why do Chinese people and Japanese people look like that? And they the only ones that look like that.
So like, if I may, sir.
Come on.
I heard a brother bring this out in the class one time, and they suffer from a disease called mongoloidism.
Yeah.
Mongoloidism, and it's basically they're all family.
They are all family. The Moab and Ammon are family. These are two children who come from one man. These two daughters lay with their father. And that father with these two daughters, them two daughters had one baby over here with the older daughter, one baby with the younger daughter. And in that came two nations of people, Moab and Ammon. Your Chinese and your North Koreans, and your Japanese and your South Koreans. Okay? You had, and then of course the breaking down of like Taiwanese and all in there. They all one family, one people. That's them. That's why they look like that. You think about generations and generations of these people looking like that. Go back and look at what a real Chinese person looked like. You look at Jackie Chan today, he a little more, he Chinese for sure. But when you go look at the real, like, out, you know what I'm saying, out the womb Chinese out, you gonna know why you not there. Okay. Keep going. Wait, that was it on that?
Blah, let's look at more on it.
Yeah.
And perceived that Salakia. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him.
Right. And them two, right. Like Officer Zion saying, those are both male babies, Moab and Ammon, from those two daughters. Okay. You got the male baby Moab and Ammon from the older and the younger daughter. You know what I'm saying? And they grew and they had children. Them children had children all the way to today. What is my point? That it's the seed. Just like Israel had children. Israel had children and them children had children. That's where you get us to. How do you think we got all these people today? Where the hell do we come from? Who are we? What are we? How come Africans can trace themselves back to a continent and a family line that go back hundreds of years? How come white men can trace themselves back before America to Europe, to their lines of the Irish and all this other stuff? How come Chinese people can go home and trace their lineage back before World War I and all this? The Arabs can leave America and go back home and have a country they go to. Why? How? Where can we go before America and go home to? We would say Israel because we understand the history and the background. But really, 90% of black people don't know where they're from. Just yesterday, we was walking through the mall. Sister came up to us and was like, who are y'all? What are y'all about? The sister was like, who are y'all? What is this? We're talking in 2024. 2024, a black woman does not know who she is and can't even recognize Israelites walking in front of her. This is what we got to step our game up on, Aki. We got to step the game up. We got to turn it all the way up. And we gave her the information, told her to check out the classes, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that a black woman, an Israelite woman today, does not know who she is, along with the many black men and women who don't know, that's the job. That's the fire that we got to deal with. That's the job we got to take, huh? That's where we got to step it up. We got to push this truth, push this truth, push this truth. Talk to your camp leaders, talk to the men, get something authorized. Let me do this, let me do that. Let's go here, let's go there. Let's teach this, let's teach that. Drop it, man. Record them audios, record them videos. Might do something after this. I don't know. If I will buy it up to it, we're going to do something after this. Okay. Now, get me ye are of your father, the devil. Let's go there too, so we can clear that up. Yeah, we say that the oppressor is the devil. Many would say the white man. We say that because God said, the Bible said. God hate. We keeping it hot with you. The Bible is what we going by. We don't say nothing according to ourselves. We gonna say what this Bible say. And we gonna keep it hot with you. Anybody coming in, got any questions, hit me with them. Like to say it periodically. So, you know, you can't ask no questions in the Christian church. Ask your questions here tonight. We're going to get them to the best of our ability. Anybody coming in, any questions you got, drop them in the chat. Again, I will buy it on the mic, on the camera. Right. I can see it right here too. Drop your questions, please. Please. Okay, we don't want nobody to feel like they can't ask whatever it may be. Don't think, don't let Satan have you not ask. Okay, type it up. It don't matter how crazy it sounds, no matter what it is. Hit me with it. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, let me get that. Ye are of your father the devil.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do.
Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. What does it mean to be the devil? What is the devil? Just means the deceiver, right, or the liar. If an African is a liar, he a devil too. If an Arab is a liar, he a devil too. But there is one more subtle beast that is the oppressor, right, or the so-called white man. He's the one that is the liar. He's the one that painted Jesus Christ, YAHANNA, to be a white man. He's the one that painted the prophets, the angels, and God to be white. That's him. Arabs ain't do that. Chinese didn't go all over the earth lying and saying that he God and he Christ. That's what this devil did. He did that. And now he gonna have to pay for that. Now that's what's that? That's stolen identity. That's a crime. Well, that's a federal crime in America. But now it's a war crime in Israel.
That's right.
You done took that identity, you got to pay for that. You done made Christ out to be something he ain't and made the 12 tribes too? Oh my God. He want it back in blood. He want it back in blood. Oh, he gonna get it back in blood too. He gonna get the Lord gonna get it back. Matter of fact, that's it on that. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you would do. Meaning, if you want to act like a white man, that's your lust. What does it mean to act like that? Going into lascivious life, homosexuality, getting high, being a gangster and a criminal. That ain't you, black man. You ain't no gangster and no criminal, man. Right. Black men and Hispanic men are some of the most nicest brothers I ever met in my life. Black men and Hispanic men are the most welcoming and comforting people on the planet. Even in the oppression. Even in oppression, we the best. Even in oppression, we welcome it and truly are a loving, caring, and kind people. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You don't gotta mimic Al Capone and Bugsy, whoever, and all these white gangsters. You don't gotta do that, man. That ain't us, That ain't us. Ain't nothing wrong with loving your brother. Ain't nothing wrong with when you walk past a brother, you don't gotta mean mug the brother. Say what's going on. What's good? What's going on, brother? How you doing? Right. We gotta build that love again, man. That bond of brotherhood again. We gotta be men again. You sisters, man, put that righteous and beautiful and delicate spirit back on. Put that back on. Where your feet don't even touch the ground, you so delicate. You don't gotta be fighting on with these television shows, sisters fighting and seeing why y'all on there fighting like warriors, man. Right. Why you sisters on camera elbowing, bowing each other and knocking each other teeth out? What are you doing? You got sisters in dresses and whatever skimpy ass clothes and trying to fight each other in UFC. What y'all doing, man? I heard a sister say the other day, she said when she was loudmouth and demanded and tried to have her way, men didn't respond the way she thought they should. A man's not going to respond to a woman acting like a man. A woman going to respond to a man going to respond to a woman being a woman. Right. And the sister was saying the softer she spoke, the more delicate she spoke, she got the response and everything she wanted out of that man. She said she stopped arguing with him, contesting him, and she started to get everything she ever wanted out of this man. Guidance, protection, authority, delegating what should be done and what shouldn't be done. That's what you get. You sisters be women. Don't act like a woman. Be a woman, man. How do you do that? Stop arguing with your man. Stop doing all that. Yeah. I know this and I know. You can't tell me shit, nigga. I've been through all that. You don't know what you tell. You don't know me. You ain't my daddy, nigga. You don't know what you stand. You don't know me. You don't see what I go through, nothing like that. Who the fuck is you? Then who you supposed to be, nigga? You ain't gonna do that. Ain't gonna do nothing. Right. That to a man. Don't do that, man. It don't do nothing. It don't change nothing. All that rah-rah bullshit you saw your mama doing, how that turned out for you? Come on, our boss.
It's like, man, I got a precept if I can, sir.
Yeah, come on.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stirs up anger.
Thank you. And now Rock said in the U.P.K, we exaggerate kindness. Good manners is an Israelite custom. Yeah, good manners is an Israelite custom. To be civil, to be, you got men who are trained to go to war, but they know peace too. Right. You got sisters who know how to be delicate and kind and loving and know how to use that femininity in that righteousness to get the things they know need to be done. There's biblical stories on this kind of thing. You see sisters, you know what I'm saying, in the neighborhood or older women or whoever talking a certain way. Excuse me, sir, you mind doing this, that? Man, brothers, be ready to jump at that joint, man. You know what I'm saying? I said femininity is the strength of a woman. Femininity is that. That's that. When a man has the fight and warrior spirit and a man, men of God, we take that warrior spirit and go fight on them street corners with the word of God. We take that spirit and dominate and conquer. Women, that femininity y'all got, that's how y'all win. Y'all don't win by trying to be a man against a real man. You take your femininity and be a woman. Excuse me, sir. I just wanted to know, do you think it would be better if we got gas for the car now?
Right.
Because if we wait, we only got 10 more miles, but if we wait, we're going to be stuck on the road. Then a man ain't going to respond to, pull the fuck over and get some gas, nigga. You gonna run this shit out. This what I said. This why you can't ever do nothing right. This why we always broken. You a stupid. This shit right here, you a stupid nigga. I ain't trying to hear that. When they poking you on the side of your shit. You don't want to be there. You ain't going to do nothing. That's why you ain't shit. Read that again, Abba.
Khan. It says, a soft answer turneth away wrath.
A soft answer turneth away wrath. Keep going.
But grievous words stir up anger.
But grievous words stir up anger. You know how many times, now I'm not a woman, but you know how many times, even it worked for the men. You know how many times I talk to a man over me and just say, it's like, sir, I think if I could, do you think that if we did such and such, maybe it might draw and do this?
Right.
You know, it's like, sir, look, I understand. No, we good. So I'll just, if I could, we got this right here, we got this right here. Do you think if we do this, it might work out that way?
Right.
I'm just saying, it's like, you know, think about it. Yeah, you're right. I'll go ahead and do that. You got it. But if I come at it like, you know, man, no, we don't need to do that, man. Cat, why the hell are we gonna do that? He gonna look at me like, man, what the hell wrong with you, man? And I can't get the point out because I gotta know and deal accordingly. You sisters, y'all not made to be rah, arguing. When you arguing with your man, fight, shake that demon up off of you.
Right.
Shake that demon up off of you, man. You sisters with all that rah up in you, man. I'm sorry, I was gonna say something. Go ahead.
It's book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 2.
Please.
It says, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright.
The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright. You gotta be smart and wise in what you're saying. You can't just blah, 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 blah. Even as a man, you gotta know what you're saying and saying it and be concise in your speech. Right. Be right in what you're saying. Know what you're talking about.
Right.
Sometimes you might have to go off. I'm not talking about in the UPK going off on a man over you. I'm saying you might have to go off in order to establish the point. But you got to know what you saying and when you going off. Though I'll be rude in speech, but not in knowledge, you got to know how to speak to somebody.
Right.
You got to know who you talking to. You got to know what you talking about. Okay? Any more on that?
A little bit more.
Come on.
It says, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness.
But the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness, which is what you see all the time. Most women, they foolish, man. And they just rambling. But you as a man got to be so focused, understanding so you don't knock her upside the head, which is the problem, one of the problems. And you women, stop putting your hands on your man. You can't do that. Before you brothers, come and learn how to talk. Come and learn how to deal with a woman. Come and learn in this school. Matter of fact, how to pick them. How to pick a woman so you don't have to deal with what come later down the road.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of this thing. The beauty of this thing is we trying to drop this information and this knowledge so that way you can live life. You can live and learn how to serve the Most High and then learn how to follow Christ the way he laid it down in order to then worship the Most High.
Right.
And the only place you're going to do that is here. It's the only place.
Damn right.
Only place you can get it right is right here. We say it over and over, time and time again. That Bonka, y'all, throw out a Bonka, y'all. You know what I mean? If those that know.
Right.
What's that? If you know thing.
You know.
Bonka, y'all, man, it's good to see. Bonka, y'all, Officer Kowal. You know what I'm saying? Officer I.R.O.K. I'm naming the brothers here in North Carolina holy. Officer Yahawada, Officer Abraham, Officer Ayathan. Not in any particular order. I'm just naming the brothers. Officer Lahab. You know what I'm saying? These guys right here, you know, and I know we at 9 o'clock, but if I could, the foundation of this North Carolina thing. I know I.S.U.P.K. since 1969, baby. We hold it down. But every brother comes into this truth, be it 40 years ago, 15, 10 years ago, and worn with these brothers since I came in 2014, and I got my name in 2015. That goes to show for all y'all getting y'all name. Y'all better be patient. You be patient now. I came in the truth in May of 2014. Got my name in July of 2015. It's called patience. Okay. But coming in with these men and growing together with these men, I'm thankful for all of y'all. And all of us across the earth. But for my upbringing, the men, those men right there, man, the water to the water for y'all sacrifices and y'all's brotherhood. That if you know, kept me strong and able to sit here today, Barakataya wa Yahusha. All right. So with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Precinct Officer Awabad and Officer I.R.O.K. too. Officer I.R.O.K. was in that pool too. If I missed Officer I.R.O.K., he was definitely right there. Okay, and Officer I.R.O.K., Officer Yermak, Officer Mahayar, Officer Thabawan. You know what I'm saying? If I missed anybody, forgive me. Oh, Officer Shabaya Allah. Now it's running out. Now I done called it. Now the brothers are coming to mind. You know what I'm saying? But that right there, you know, every brother got their memories and hold to them memories. Remember them days from day one. Remember them because Satan going to try to do everything he can to get you to flip, turn, run. You know what I'm saying? You get in that seat, you get that authority, that rank, honor it. Remember what had you come in here. Remember what made you say, I'm going to put this Christianity away and I'm going to come and learn from the men of God in the UPK. Remember that and you're going to be straight. Remember that, you're going to be all right? Brothers and sisters alike. And with that, we're going to pass the class over to Precinct Officer Awabad for the announcements. All right? Are you trying to adjust it so you can read it? Okay. Come on with it. I think they should be able to see you, right? Okay.
Shalom, with I.S.U.P.K. starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, a brother or sister if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry, tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K, 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Holy convocation. Next holy convocation is the feast, Salaki, is the Day of Atonement, which is Friday the 11th, from sundown. If anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, and headband with that.
If I could, get ready for that Day of Atonement.
Drink
your water, eat correctly this week, prepare, and make that sacrifice. Y'all can do it. It's one day. It's one day. Half the time you're going to be asleep anyway. So it'll be all right. You will not die. You're going to be fine. Okay? Do that for the Lord. All right?
And with that, Amajim, I'm going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim, Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat,
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat,
Yadamata, Sar, fancy sisters, sisters Amajim. I'm going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim, Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat, Yadamata, class dismissed.
That's what's up.